Well. Whoo! I say, whoo! If you ain't watched this episode yet, turn this off. Pause it, close out the screen, hit the X, come back when you done seen it. If you already watched it and you wanna buckle in, take a seat. I'm reviewing this right now because I got to fly tomorrow, and I'd rather get it up real early than get it up late and y'all be looking for it. So, and I can watch it early on the West Coast. It ain't really even came on the West Coast. Shout out to HBO Max for being on the West Coast. I get to watch it on East Coast time. I was a little late because I was shooting podcasts. But listen, we got a lot to cover today. So just buckle up, sit down, because it's going. We had a time last night. Okay? Now, if you ain't been watching one of these before, this ain't no official review. If you want an official serious review, this ain't the place. You go to Heavy Spoilers, you go to Control Alt Shift, you go to Emergency Awesome, or you go to my guy Charlie down to Charlie's down in Emergency Awesome. I meant to say New Rock Stars. Or you head down you see Charlie down at Emergency Awesome. You gonna see Charlie around tomorrow morning. Charlie gonna have that official review for you. If you want the black comedic version, you in the right place. All right, now I ain't read the books. I don't be picking up on stuff. I just like the show and I like to talk crazy about it. All right, and this episode, boy, there's a lot going on, and I'm talking about a lot going on. First things first, episode starts off. Rhaenyra Targaryen is in a medieval Tinder situation, swiping left or right. I don't know which one. If you don't want nobody, you swipe left or right. Anyway, she's in a marriage Tinder setup. Okay. This very old man is trying to holler at her. Okay. Now I thought he was trying to position his son. Okay. He chokes on some. Let me just get me some wine. Hey man, if you understand me, young lady, you could come holler at your boy. Yeah. Hey man, come holler at me. And she was like, didn't you try to holler at my grandma though? He was like, hey man, you understand me? That was a long time ago, girl. That was 3 fortnights ago. Baby girl, I'm trying to get up in there and be your grace. You understand me? I'm trying to be your grace. She like, move along, old nigga. So he moves along, right? He got plantar fasciitis. He's sucking on a Werther's Original. He got a bag of Reason in the back of the horse and carriage. You know what I'm saying? He tripping, trying to holler at a girl that, 19 in this episode? She like, move along, old man. You go watch you an episode of Perry Mason. He was like, you come to mention that I'd had recorded an episode of Perry Mason on my DVR. Okay, I'm about to take these insoles out and gonna have me time. Hey, man, I just had to shoot my shot, right? Slides him aside. Then she's met with the very opposite. A child fresh off his first Fortnite victory royale. He was watching Minecraft videos on YouTube, and he's next. And he's like, yo, Grace, I've been having wet dreams about you. You understand me, yo, Grace? My balls ain't even dropped. Okay? But look, I don't have a lot. Okay, I got a Power Wheel truck in the back. I got Fortnite. I got some Totina's pizza rolls. Them is on simmer right now back at the house. Okay? Yes, I'm going to 5th grade tomorrow. However, I could also skip. You understand me? If I could be your king. Okay? And she's like, you are, 8, 9? He's like, come on, girl. I ain't watching Coco Melon. I'm watching, anime, Dragon Ball Z and the like. She's like, boy, I don't want you. I don't want the old man. I don't want the young man. I don't know who this dude was, but somebody was roasting everybody in the side. You know, he was in the little side court. He wasn't in line. He was just in the peanut gallery, right? So he's like, boy, go back to Fortnite. Yeah, you weak. What you ain't you supposed to be getting ready for school? So he pulls out the blicky knife. Pulled out the blicky. And they're like, boy, put that knife away. Rhaenyra walks away. You hear, right? She's annoyed. Turn around, come to find out, Minecraft boy got a body on him. He done killed whoever that was roasting. I don't know, but he done. That's a perfect example of I know you ain't talking. At least I shot my shot. And also, mind your business. Bink, bink, bink. Now you're dead. Which is wild in medieval times. Like, this is what's better than the internet. Internet, you talk crazy, you can hide behind your keyboard. Back in the medieval times, you say something crazy, I got that thing on me right now. What's up? We can handle this right now. And Minecraft boy got a body on him. After that, he was in King's Landing. He got a tear tattooed on his eye because he caught his first body. And I respected him for that. Okay? I respected him for that with that little baby knife. He had Arya Stark's little training knife. And listen, the other dude, he messed around and he found out. You talk crazy, you better be able to back it up. And he wrote a check his hands could not cash. Young Minecraft was about that life. I respected him for that. He may not get the queen, but somebody done told somebody, hey, young Minecraft, he caught a body down at not King's Landing, but wherever they were. He didn't get right near it, but he done got some glory, right? So fast forward, Rhaenyra's like, I'm going back to King's Landing. You see Daemon pulling up in Caraxes. He skirts on the boat. Skirt! She bumps her head. Daemon is a reckless driver. Last episode, his dragon stepped on somebody, one of his men. My prince coming to save me. Now he done caused his daughter to get a concussion. She got to come out. She got smelling. I mean, his niece. She done bumped her blonde head. She got smelling salts. He pull up to King's Landing. Okay. Now Daemon. Well, before we get to that, once again, Ray is pulling. She getting some fits off. Okay. The Targaryen dynasty is. Listen, the dragon wears Prada. You understand me? They be dressed. Alicent Hightower, she be trying to do her best, but her best is the Targaryen's worst. Okay? Ray, she got every fit. Her dad, every fit. They always keep a fit on them. Whoever they got, Anna Wintour, you know, I don't know no more fashion people, but they be getting some fits off. Anyway, so every episode, the dragon wears Prada. So anyway, now Daemon pulls up. He done got the big chop. Okay, I said, okay, Daemon. He went to the south side of Westeros. He got a fade. Okay, he went over there and saw Lamont of House Johnson. Okay. They hit him. He seen the black barber. He was like, oh, let me, hey, before I pull up, because I got this new crown, fade me up. And Lamont of House Johnson was like, I got you. Gave him the tapered on the back, cut the little, the ponytail. He said, bro, I got to come in fitted with my new crown of wood or whatever that was, So they don't know what type of energy Daemon is on. He comes in and like, you wearing a crown? His brother, like, Viserys Biden, like, you wearing a crown? And he was like, oh, the people down at the Stepstones was calling me, they was calling me the king of the narrow sea, seeing as how I had killed 12 to 15 people by myself, no dragon. You remember, and how I turned the crab feeder into chitlins. They had said, they was like, dang, Daemon is like the king of the narrow sea. Let's give him this crown because we respect him so much. I didn't say that. I was like, y'all stop, please. This is just Big Dame. Y'all call me Dame. Bro, just call me Dame. Right? But anyway, I don't even want that, right? Because the only crown is yours. Okay? Only crown is yours. He takes off the crown, and Viserys Biden, he got the black gloves on. He don't have 10 fingers. So his hands be looking like this inside the gloves. And I'd be like, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. The glove don't fit because you don't have full fingers. Okay, you cannot count to 10 hide and go seek. You got to count to 8 and 2. Okay, because you don't have everything. Them is gone. Right. So he bends the knee. Right. And I'm like, okay, Damon. Right. This episode, you might be about to get your stuff together. Right. And Viserys Biden is like, okay, where's Lord Corlys? If y'all remember, Lord Corlys, black dude with the white locks, faux locks, he was the one who was pissed off because Viserys didn't wed his daughter, who was like 12. He didn't marry her. He chose Alicent Hightower, a Hawaii woman. So he was like, we won the war. I'm swinging by the house. I'm going back to Driftmark because I'm still not rocking with you, Viserys. Okay. And he's like, oh my gosh, is this dude still on this? This is like 4 years ago. Is he still on this? He's like, no, he said, what up though? But he's not coming to the small council. You know, he's not rocking with you like that, but I'm here. Here's my crown. So Viserys, Biden, and Daemon, they hug it out. And I'm like, there we go. Y'all, that's what I'm talking about. Although, at the time of the hug, I was like, knowing Daemon, this will not last long. I don't know what he's going to do to ruin this truce, but I will be surprised if it even lasts this episode or two. Be surprised if he make it out of this episode in his brother's grace, because up until this point, he has not made it out of one episode where him and his brother are on one accord. Every episode, he pissed off Viserys Biden. Okay. And we'll get to it, but it didn't last. All right. So now Viserys and Daemon is chopping it up in the little courtyard. Viserys drinking a lot. He's, ruling the Robert Baratheon way. He off that hen and wine. You know what I'm saying? Give me that hen and wine. Y'all got that hen and wine. And he been drinking a lot the last couple episodes. That's why he don't be clear. He don't be playing the Game of Thrones right. Okay? He's weak. And if you're gonna be weak, you can be weak like on a physical tip, right? You don't have to be a strong fighter to play the Game of Thrones. But you do gotta be either strong and ruthless, a la Cersei's or Robert Baratheon, Aegon the Conqueror, I'm gonna take what I want, or I have a dragon, or I got these hands, or you gotta be super smart and cunning, right? Like, Littlefinger and your boy with the bald head, I can't think of his name, Varys, or Tywin Lannister, or Tyrion Lannister, but you cannot be not one or the other. And Viserys is not, he's not strong, and he ain't got no hands, and he's not cunning enough, and his body is also falling apart. So you got to be one, especially if you're on the Iron Throne. You either got to be strong and ruthless, or you got to be conniving. Best bet is to be both, or be strong and ruthless and be like, don't nobody want to see me. And he's not. He's neither of those. So he's not gonna make it through the season. I didn't realize that's how Game of Thrones was, but Ned Stark showed me. Like, Ned Stark, he was having honor in a place that don't respect honors. Like, and you saw what happened to him. He trying to do things the right way, and you get killed. Hold on, the dog is in here. He's not gonna like that. All right. So anyway, now Alicent and Ray are trying to they're trying to hug it out, right? This is the first time they had a cool conversation in a minute. And Ray's like, oh, well, I don't want to be queen. They keep bringing all these, whack suitors. I don't want to do that. And Alicent like, come on, man, you gotta do your duty. And she's like, nah, man, I don't want to do my duty. I ain't finna just be locked in the castle, squeezing out heirs. No pun intended. And she's like, but I feel like it was. I mean, no offense. And she was like, with all due respect, I don't want to be squeezing out heirs. That's you. And she's like, first of all, I do my duty, and I just want a real friend. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no new friends, no more parties in LA. Nobody trying to chill with me because I want to be a queen. And let me tell you what, I just, as a person who's not highborn, I royals complaining, oh, I don't want to live in a castle. have love. I'm here to breed heirs. Wham, wham. Okay? Hush. Don't nobody care. And what's her name? Ray Ramirez. She just want to be Jasmine. I don't want to marry the Sultan. I want to marry for love. This ain't a Disney movie, girl. This is life and death. You understand me? You got a dragon. We got to marry to protect ourselves. And she think it's a game. Okay? She think it's a game and it's not. Right? At least Allison understands the doggone, State of the Union. And let me tell you what, her aunt, Rhaenys, aka Niecy Targs, wife of Corlys, she tried to tell her, I believe it was in episode 2, listen, you better understand how this world works. You tripping if you think it's gonna be one. Listen, Marlo Stanfield said it best. You want it to be one way. You want it to be one way, but it's the other way. And that's what I want Rhaenyra to get through her head. Girl, you were not born a man. They're not going to respect you. It's not going to be easy. Don't nobody care. Marry the right family to protect your seat, or it's going to be a problem. Okay, Alan Menken is not writing no song to protect you. Get it together. But she don't think fat meat greasy. She going to find out. All right. So boom. Now here come Daemon. And when Daemon watched Rhaenyra walk away, he looked at her. I said, boy, he looked at her like she was thick. Okay, and she's not. But she's white with blonde hair, and she's related to him. That's enough. He looked at her like, man, girl, you sitting on that thing. And I'm like, boy, she ain't sitting on no thing. She's regular. He was like, nah, I'm finna. And I just was looking at her. I was like, well, Daemon, you're nasty. Now, that is your niece, Charles. But the doggone Targaryens, they beyond that incest. Brother, sister, shoot, Targaryens and the Lannisters, they be like, girl, you look like me. I want to be inside you. Right? Hold that thought in your mind. Because right now, right after that, Daemon draws her a map and he put some trick clothes in there. He gave her a bonnet and stuff, and she sneak out the house to go to King's Landing for real, beyond the Red Keep. And she had a bonnet on, okay? And Monique of House Precious would be livid. She would be livid that you are outside with a bonnet on. You got these sackcloth and ashes. You have an escape room that you're getting out of, and you got the bonnet on. And Daemon took her outside King's Landing, and he took her to Freaknik, basically. Okay, I'm talking about there is literal fire, drugs. I seen somebody was on heroin. They was on that horse. People was smoking weed. They was off that loud pack. They was on that crab feeder loud pack. You feel me? They went to see Hamilton in the middle of the street. And in the Hamilton show, they're like, Rhaenyra, we don't respect her. The only person they booed of the Targaryen family was Rhaenyra, right? They was watching performance in whiteface. Okay, past the Freaknik, there was a Hamilton show. They're watching that in whiteface, and they were like, "Yeah, you got the king, and you got his son, and you got his daughter, and you got his brother. Who we supposed to follow?" And she doggone down there with a burner Twitter account. They're like, "Boo Rhaenyra." She's like, "Nah, boo y'all." He was like, "Girl, you cannot use the burner. You got a secret Twitter account. You got a fence to trying to defend your name. Them common folks is not after you, right?" So then I just want to say something, because they go into P Valley. There's like a sex house. It was like real sex on HBO. I want to say something to the creators of Game of Thrones. Stop making the show so dark. We get it. It is nighttime. We understand. Stop making the show so dark that we cannot see what is happening. Okay, we get that it's nighttime. I want to see. I can't see. I had to turn the light off in my TV in my room because it was still bright outside in LA. I'm trying to turn the brightness up on my television, We get it, y'all. Y'all did this in the last season 8. I'm like, dog, it's too dark. And I get it's supposed to be mysterious. And what are they doing down in freaking King's Landing? But dog, I don't even know what's happening. It is so dark. It's like, watch. This is what the show looks like. This, you see this. You see this. And then you see like a penis, and then like a coochie. I'm ashy. But you see like, sex. Oh, what was that? Oh my gosh, what happened? Oh, like, dog, cut it up. They got all these doggone candles and stuff. We get it. Cut it up. So Ray and Damon go into the little, pleasure house in P Valley. And I'm talking about balls, pain, butts, open coochies. If it could be sucked, it was sucked. If it could be licked, it was licked. Butts were being eaten. Coochies were being licked. Titties were being sucked. Balls was being licked. Man on man. Woman on man. Woman on woman. Woman on dragon. Dragon on goat. Goat on dragon. Goat on goat. Curried goat. I know it smelled crazy in there. Goat on woman. Goat balls. I seen a rat get in there. Rat was eating another rat's coochie. I said, the animals? And it was, I know that thing smelled rank. Because they didn't have no deodorant back in medieval time. All them open holes, open butts. They was not shaved back then. Hair everywhere. And everybody in. And I'm watching this and I'm like, I know that Daemon Targaryen is not finna take his niece down in the wide open. And this is the Game of Thrones that Viserys don't understand. If this man wanted to take her down, he didn't have to take her to Freaknik. But he like, no, I'm gonna make sure people see me taking your daughter down because I can't get through a whole episode without causing drama. And I literally said to myself, he is doing this on purpose. And it was weird and disgusting, right? Because they was kissing and I couldn't tell if they was having sex, and I'm okay not knowing. But then I felt like he was, they was finna sex. And then she was like, she got into some like S&M. She was like, ugh. He was like, hey, what you doing? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna sock you. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna sock you. She's like, what? He was like losing it. He was like, I don't want to do this no more. She was like, yeah. No, you said take what you want. He was like, no. Oh, he couldn't get it up. Oh, see, I didn't know that's what happened. Y'all saying he didn't. I couldn't tell if they was bumping coochies or whatever. Yes, Damon, I want problems always. Well, that boy impotent. He need to get Blue Chew. Oh, she was mad at him. Got it. So he was rubbing that little gummy worm up on that coochie of his, his niece. And he ain't been able to smash good. I don't know. His penis is, and erectile dysfunction is a common occurrence in men over 30. Okay. So I'm not making fun of him. It's just, you got to do something else. You got to take something. You got to have the inverse T of the one they gave her at the end of the episode. But you took her all the way down there. You got her, machinery warming. And then, you couldn't finish the deal. Okay. But anyway, it was gross anyway. So y'all was just bumping uglies, literally bumping uglies. Now, contrast that with Viserys Biden is, he requests an audience with the queen. I was like, boy, that medieval times, like, the marriages are just arranged, but they didn't even sleep in the same bed. He's told his, little girl who sits by the door, bring me my wife. And she over there, she was like, the hour's quite late. And the girl's like, well, I mean, you know what it is. I mean, it's like, he want to take you down. So just go over there and get taken down. So she has to have unfortunate color purple sex, right? And the contrast between incest and color purple sex, where she was basically Sealy, and Viserys back is all bruised up. He got 8 fingers. He got bruises. I said, boy, the man is just he's falling apart. He cut up every other episode. He's bruised up. What is happening to him? Who punched it? He had all these bruises on his back. Boy, you need to heal. You need a vacation. You need to go to the 4 seasons of Westeros and take a holiday. Take some time off, boy. Your injuries will not heal. Every time I see you, it's more injuries, right? The doggone Iron Throne is destroying you. Your fingers are falling off, body bruised. Let me tell you what, no matter what, that peen was working, okay? The man's fingers is falling off, but his peen is still strong, okay? The throne is like, we don't want you here. You are weak, right? So this was super funny. Daylight come. Damon is in his old side chick's hotel now. She retired from sex work. Shout out to her. She's like, I can't get here. I can't get where I want to get in the skin trade. I said, oh, okay. The skin trade. That's a cool way of saying that, right? Oh, actually, before that, Ray comes back home. Now she snuck out the back door and she came in through the front door. Kristen Cole was at the door. He was like, Princess, what's going on? How'd you get out? So she comes in here playing game, and she's literally playing like 5-year-old. Like when you 5 years old, you're like, I got your helmet. I got your helmet. And he's like, come on now, man. Like, stop playing. Like, no. He's like, come on now, for real. And she was like, listen, Ray was like, I'm getting some peen tonight. I done got all my juices flowing. I don't have no rose. I can't find my vibrator. Some hot and hard is going up in there on tonight. You understand me? I was going to let my uncle take me down. Feel how you feel. He couldn't do it. So I punched him. He was embarrassed. You got that hot peen? And Kristen Cole was like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be protecting you. Also, real quick time out. When does he sleep? He got to protect her all day and all night. Does somebody take his turn? Right? Whatever. So this is hilarious. He's like, he looked back like, dang, you know, I'm finna take you down. The man had on so much doggone armor. The coochie is theirs for the taking. But he's like, hold on, I'm about to take you down. Give me 1 second. Let me just check this out. One little plate. Let me set that here. Get a boy, girl, I'm finna tear you up. Just hold on 1 second. All right, let me just, because this protect my forearm from the sword. Let me just take this off. Ooh, girl, you look good. You smell wild, though, but we like it like that. It's pheromones. Finna take this down. Just take off my forearm. Let me just get the blessed plate of righteousness. God, now this part, I can't, I usually just do this by myself, but I can't really just, hold up. God, dog, girl. Woo! Oh, this thing smells good. Dirty and rotten. I'm finna take that dragon coochie down. Hold on now. Hold tight. Get that off. Put his shoulder pads down. Hold on. Give me this, because this part, like when I lift my arm up, they can cut me right here. So I gotta have this little part. Let me get this off. Okay, boom. Let me get this off. Ooh, girl. You got white hair. Hold on. All right, let me just get, boy, my figure. Because this protect my legs. Oh my God, dog, man, how long you? Hold on, let me take these boots off. You don't need to take the boots off to have the sex. Yeah, but it's connected. It's like one piece. It's like, Under Armour. We must protect this out, but the original Under Armour, not what the Rock sells with. Because I don't want to get my leg cut off, so I got to take this off. Then he had a doggone onesie on. It took the man doggone 15 minutes to get all the armor off. It's like, girl. This is how long it takes to get set up for the smash. And how does your meat get hard up under all that doggone armor? Yeah, let me just, this is my chastity belt. I ain't really supposed to be doing this. I'm from Dorne. I'm common Dorne. Let me just, they ain't got no condom. We don't really got condoms in Westeros. I said, boy, enough. So she lost her virginity to somebody. Uncle or boyfriend. She chose Christian of House Cole. Shout out to J. Cole Dreamville, right? It's hilarious. I just imagine him after he took her. Like, what if he took her down and he lasted like 2 minutes? I mean, he smashed her for a little bit and it was recorded in the mirror. But then after that, he got to put all that armor back on because he still got that Targusi. Jessica said she had that Targusi. He still got to stand outside her door at night. So he literally just, oh, girl, that was crazy. Boy, let me put these little, I got to put my forearm, I mean, not my forearm, my leg plates on. Ooh, girl, you had that fire. No pun intended. They don't call you the dragon for nothing. That thing was hot. You understand, man? But that coochie felt like I was having sex with a bowl of oatmeal. Dracarys. I hope you don't burn me, you know what I'm saying, in the STD way, because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to get, dragon gonorrhea, because y'all don't burn, but we do. You understand me? So I hope you was clean. You was a virgin, right? That thing was fire. Whew. Anyway, so yeah, man, that was crazy. So I heard you was down there in Freaknik. You just put this back on. I mean, that shoulder thing, because that go right here. So when I lift my arm up to fight, they can't cut me here. I'm like, yeah, girl. So anyway, what are we now? You know what I'm saying? Because I like you, but I really can't be with you. I'm supposed to be King's guard. I ain't supposed to take no wife. I'm not supposed to take no wife, no girlfriend. But let's see, this part always get me. I mean, yeah. Could you just, yeah. Anyway, come on, girl. It's gonna take me 20 minutes to get this armor back off. Now I'm quit playing. Put all that back on. He gotta go stand post. He don't even got his knees up on him because he done had dragon coochie for dinner. So boom, it's morning time. Otto comes into the king's bedchamber. I feel like he was going doo-doo. I don't know if they didn't say, but it looked like he was going doo-doo. And then he had the little slip on. He had your grandma's house dress on, Viserys. He looked like when my grandma is, waving out the front door for my great grandma. She used to leave. She had like a house dress on. Viserys had that on, right? So Otto, the hand at night, somebody had told him secret with them little children. Now, if y'all remember, Varys, he was the master of whispers. He always had the little children that was telling him secrets. One of them little kids was in the little pleasure house. Sorry, I spit. Down at P Valley, way down in King's Landing. So he's like, hey, I got a secret. And then I was like, oh, shoot. They done found, this is literally, had to be Daemon's plan, and they tell Otto. So now Otto go tell the king. And it was just real funny because Otto was like telling the king that his daughter was getting taken down by his brother in a whorehouse in the P Valley in Chucalissa part of King's Landing. But he was like, he didn't want to say it. So he was like, shoot, man, what you doing? You was just doodling? All right, that's crazy. So I don't really know how to say this, but all right. They said, okay, what you want for breakfast? He was like, come on, man, spit it out. He's like, all right. So White Worm, and I don't know who the White Worm was. I missed that. I gotta watch Emergency Awesome. I don't know who the White Worm is. He's like, they was down there at the pleasure house, right? And they was like, you know what I'm saying, during the hour of the owl, you know what I'm saying, where the only thing open is Waffle House and Legs. You got that Waffle House down in King's Landing 24/7. So the people was down there during the hour of the owl. They was like, oh man, some people said they had seen your daughter, and a man, what's his name? Daemon, right? They say they seen your daughter and Daemon Targaryen. That's your brother, right? Okay, cool. And he was like, they was out there, doing some things they shouldn't have been doing. And he's like, what? He was like, they was just doing some stuff. He's like, say what you need to say, man. He's like, come on, man, don't make me say it, right? You know how y'all be with the Targaryen stuff. They said they was down there. He was like, bro, say it right now if I fire for you. He was like, okay, bro. They was out there coupling. I laughed out loud. Ooh, y'all was down there to the King's Landing coupling in public with 85 other naked whites. And when Viserys Biden got mad, he picked up the chair with them 8 fingers. He was like, ugh! And them little 2 fingers was like, he was like, come on, man, tell me who it is. He's like, I gotta have my sources. And Monique said on the Breakfast Club, if you can't tell me a name, then keep it on the playground. Otto didn't see that episode. So he was like, I can't tell you who told me. And he was like, I'm mad. Right? So, so next scene, Ray is talking to Lady Allison or Queen Allison. And Allison pissed. She's like, so I was on the shade room and they tell me you down there during the hour of the owl, they got you on video down at the, the pleasure house, got you on video coupling with your uncle. And I know y'all queer like that. I was like, first of all, you're gonna be canceled for talking about the LGBT community. You gotta let people love who they love. You can't talk about them like that. Love is love, right? Which incest is different, but let them have their love. She was like, now you over here on the shade room, Hollywood Unlocked, baller alert. They down there. I seen the video. I was on my fake Instagram. I seen you down there getting, they said you was smashing. And listen, Rhaenyra went full white woman victim. Me? Coupling? Why would you believe something on the shade room? That's wow. You will believe the shade room over me? Your Grace. I am perturbed. And her marshal, I'm getting taken down by your old daddy with 8 fingers and a bumpeen. And you over there making doggone Kardashian sex tape with Ray J. And listen, Rhaenyra stuck to her story. All we did is go. We went. First of all, I would never. We went to watch Hamilton. Okay. We had a couple drinks. He kept drinking. And then he slept with some whore. And all I did is go back to my room. I didn't offer comfort. I would never. So then Allison believes her. Because listen, Rhaenyra, she's smart. Not smart enough, though. Because in the next scene, Damon, old hungover self, is, the King's Guard grabs him up. The king demands an audience. He's like, get your hands off me. I just got my hair cut. They throw him on the ground. Boom. And he's like, Viserys is like, say it ain't so. He was like, what? He said, I know you were not down there taking down my daughter. She was, oh yeah, my bad. She put it on her mama. She was like, on the memory of my mother, I would never. And she just lied. So when y'all listen, don't let people put stuff on the memory of them, because she was out there cosplaying as Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. This whole episode was nothing but Jasmine from Aladdin. She went down there, put the fake clothes on, went down there, got called a boy. She literally got called a street rat, which is verbatim what they called called Jasmine or Aladdin. A common street rat. I said, this girl, she wouldn't be in a Disney movie so bad. So anyway, Viserys came in dressed in all black, fitted. Okay. He got a fit off. I said, boy, you got the new Yeezy outfit, all black. He got it from Gap. So he pulled the knife on Damon. He was like, she's a child. He was like, first of all, she's a woman grown. I said, oh, Damon, come on, man. Come on. First of all, you understand me? She's a woman grown. Right? Now, I couldn't have taken her down because my peen doesn't even work. I would have, but we just kissed. But if y'all want to believe we had sex, I'm not going to stop you because I want chaos. It was funny because Biden was like, she's just a dragon, chaotic and restless. So he told Damon to go back to the Vale. Damien does not want to go back to the Vale. He's like, no, my wife is ugly. He called her a bronze bee. And I was feeling like, why you got to make it about race? And he was like, listen, you said, when I told you I was king of the Narrow Sea, you said I got to have anything I want. Let me marry Rhaenyra. And I was like, God what is wrong with you? He was like, what? No. He was like, man, come on. He was like, you're already married. He was like, man, so she is ugly. I have said this in every episode. She is ugly. Okay. No. And Biden was like, Viserys was like, no, man, just go. Just go back to the veil or don't. Just I don't ever want to see you again. I don't. Why did it have to be my daughter? You were messing around with did heard this letter from a close friend of mine. You took down my daughter. All right. And he's like, bro, our Aegon did it. He said, boy, you was not Aegon. You was regular. So he said no. So then he talks to and it was cool. He had that dagger that Arya Stark killed the Night King with, and he had it in the fire like a hot comb on Easter Sunday. It was in there just waiting, and it had writing on it and stuff. And I was like, dang, that's sick. So he picked up the hot comb and he's like, look, girl, you got to focus on the White Walkers. Read this knife. Okay. You focus on the crown and this and that. You need to be focused on the prince that was promised and the song of ice and fire. We are the fire. We have to sit on the Iron Throne where the whole realm goes. She was like, oh my gosh, you keep bringing this up again. I don't care. Right. So he's like, you finna marry the black boy, Corlys's son. And she's like, you want me to marry Corlys's son just to fix your political headaches? And he was like, you are my political headache. And I was like, touche, because you really are the main problem he has right now. And she was like, all right, I'm going to do it for the realm. However, you need to wake up and realize that Otto is not your boy like that. He is maneuvering. And if you would just peel back the scales off your eyes, you could see. He's like, well, Otto is my boy. He's like, I'm 19. Now, I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Otto is not trying to help you. He is self-interested. He's like, everybody's self-interested. She's like, boy, listen, not like him. So they leave you not knowing what he's about to say. And they did leave Damon on the floor. I forgot about that. So then he agrees. And it's like, once she told him that, then he brought Otto in. And now this scene was dope. Otto opens the door. Your Grace? She was like, he was like, 5 days. And Otto was like, what? It's like 5 days. I was like, I don't know what we're talking about. Long story short, my daddy, okay, was supposed to be the king or hand of the king. He's a warrior. He rode Vagar, Dragon Rider, all that. And then he goes on a hunt. In 5 days, he's dead. And I'm like, first of all, y'all need to pay attention on these doggone hunts. Hunts in Game of Thrones are a setup. Your daddy, Balon, got killed on a hunt from a burst belly. Sounds suspicious. Robert Baratheon got drunk, was killed by a warthog or something during a hunt. It's like they go to hunts so they can have you murdered. Y'all just be going to hunt. Boy, it's not what you think. It's not a regular hunt. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? He's like, 5 days. You went from a nobody, a regular man, to the second most powerful man in all the realm. And then now you teaching me how to be a king. And when my wife died, and I'm not sure y'all didn't kill her on purpose because y'all cut her the long way, first of all. And you let my baby choke to death. And I can't prove it, but I know you told them maesters, Let that baby die. And I'm pretty sure y'all was making all the miscarriages and miscarriages and stillbirths. Y'all was doing something with them teas. And you was making sure I didn't have no heir. I can't prove it, but you wanted your son to be heir. And that's why you bringing that secret up on my daughter, but you can't prove it. And you don't want to say who said it because you want your grandson to be king. And he took that hand of the pen. It was like Otto didn't know what was going to happen. And he came and he took that pen off like T.I. took from Nunu and ATL. Give me this. It's my daddy. I still love you. He's like, man, shut up. You ain't from around here. You got a nice, how you from the richest part of town? Give me the hand of the king pen. I said, oh. He finally woke up. But I fear it's too late. Because now he done made Otto Nunu. And then the episode ends, right? And Rhaenyra is on the gram, right? Checking the Shade Room comments. And the Maester comes in with some Plan B tea. And I love how they talk in code. He was like, listen, I got some special tea for you. And you got to brew this tea perfect. You understand me? Because if it ain't perfect, it's going to be ineffective. And he was like, ineffective? She was like, ineffective for what? And he was like, this tea, amen, gets rid of any unwanted consequences. She was like, Plan B tea? He was like, I ain't going to say it aloud, but it ain't Earl Grey. It ain't chamomile, it's chamomile. Okay? Listen, Roe v. Wade was overturned. This tea was not. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? She was like, I don't know if she drank it or not. Because she have Kristen Cole's baby. Boy, we're going to be all over the place. So now she's left with the Plan B tea on her little nightstand. Maesters know what's going on. Otto was looking at the king like, dang, he really finally came to his senses. But see, now this is why it's dangerous. Viserys is better off. The way he was going, he was better off not playing the Game of Thrones. Okay, because in the next, coming soon episode, Otto was telling Alicent the king's finna die, which we all thought he's not gonna make it through this season. If Ned Stark ain't make it through 10 episodes, I know he ain't gonna make it. He probably don't make it through 5 or 6. I'd be surprised if he make it through the next episode because he was. So now he's really playing, right? He's okay. Now I'm taking Harlan Strong, son of Harwin Strong. I don't remember Strong dude's name. His vice, and he's like, marry Corlys's family. If you're not gonna marry the daughter, marry your daughter to the son. Get them in there somehow. So he's now doing that. He's making an alliance there. So now Otto is like, oh snap! Now he's playing the game. But the problem is he's not equipped to play the game. So he's better off for his own safety, just not knowing. But see, the thing in Game of Thrones, nothing is ever happenstance, right? Remember Jon Arryn, the king, the hand of the king? The whole reason the Game of Thrones got started, the original Game of Thrones, right? Not House of Dragon, was because Jon Arryn was the hand of the king. He got poisoned. Littlefinger arranged that, sent a letter off to Ned Stark, said it was the Lannisters, and then, okay, well, the hand of the king is dead. Let me bring Ned Stark's honorable self in here. And you come see, people be dying and it don't never be, it be billed as natural causes, but it's like someone always is making your death starts the puzzle pieces to going, right? And if you're the king or the hand of the king, they be killing you because when you die, things move around. So Viserys, I feel like it's too late for him. He's still not equipped to play the Game of Thrones like that. He didn't know. See, let me tell you what. Say what you will about Cersei Lannister, but her paranoia, she always thought people were plotting. She had the mountain, Frankenstein. She always thought people was up to something, and they was. She wasn't wrong, right? So you need to be, and then she still got caught up. She ended up naked, and they was throwing doo-doo at her. So it's not foolproof. But if you don't got hands, then you got to be smart. You got to pick your battles, and people still gonna try and kill you. But Viserys, he's not strong enough. He's not smart enough. So my belief, because I know this is going to end with a fight, for they didn't set this up in the first episode. This season is going to be about, I mean, I know the book is about Clash of Dragons. It's going to be about fight in the air. Viserys is going to die in the next episode or two. And whoever has the claim on the Iron Throne is going to start a Targaryen civil war. You can see it coming from a mile away. People want that crown. Viserys ain't going to make it. Who going to happen? I don't want to know. I'm trying to avoid what actually happens, because in the original Game of Thrones, I spoiled a lot of stuff for myself by reading too much. So I actually want to see what happens. So I just know he finna die. You don't have to tell me. He finna die. So anyway, I usually do these a day after, but I won't be able to tomorrow. So I got it up early. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you next week.